Good morning, everyone. It has finally been warm and sunny over here in the last couple of weeks, and after a very cloudy and rainy winter and spring, it is such a relief for me to feel the sun on my skin. And so I've been soaking in all these beautiful brighter days. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about what home means to me. I grew up in the countryside and have been living there for the first 20 years of my life. After finishing school, I kind of fled country life in a hurry. I got out of there as soon as I could. I moved from one big city to the next, lived abroad for a while and soaked in the city life. The speed, the noise, the many people, the chaos, the colors, the diversities, and the many contrasts. Everything that city life has to offer. However, there were also elements that didn't sit right with my personality. I always shied away from parties and clubs, and at times found it very difficult to participate in that lifestyle that was considered normal amongst 20-something-year-old students. There was always a feeling of not belonging. I am a high sensitive person and I was dealing with severe chronic anxiety for over 20 years, but especially in my 20s. And in that regard, city life was very challenging for me at times, and I couldn't enjoy it as much as I would have liked. But still, it was a very necessary and valuable and also exciting time for me, and I wouldn't want to miss it for the world. I met my husband in the city, I married, and I became a mother. There were so many important moments and milestones that happened while living in the city. I met so many wonderful people who completely changed my life forever. I had so many healing experiences and was able to integrate all trauma. But this time is now coming to an end, and a new chapter in my life and in our life as a family is unfolding. After living in the city for the last 17 years, countryside is calling again. I am finally ready to let go of the restlessness. I long for a quiet, secluded place in a rural area, especially since becoming a mother. I long for fresh air, for the smell of the forest, the trees, the earth. I also long for silence and especially for space. I just have this longing to finally arrive, to root myself, to have a beautiful garden where our children can move freely, where we can grow our own vegetables and connect to nature's beauty. I want my children to experience nature in all its beauty. I want them to grow up with their bare feet on the ground and the wind in their hair. I want them to see and experience how plants grow and seasons change. Last year, my husband and I and our 2 children started to set out as a family to find the place where we want to stay for a long period of time, or maybe even forever. A place where we want to root ourselves, a place of calm, space, and personal expansion. We had the opportunity to travel quite a bit and visit many beautiful places, and we got to see close friends who live quite far away from us. We had such a wonderful time, which I'm very grateful for. I have found it to be very true that one can find true home only in oneself. The more we traveled, the more I found myself. However, I've also found it to be true that one can find home in people and places, and with the deepest gratitude I can say that I found home in my husband and our children. And hopefully we will find a place in the outside world where we really can arrive and root ourselves and create a beautiful space that we can call our home. One should let things have their own silent, undisturbed development that comes deeply from within and cannot be forced or accelerated by anything. All is gestation and then giving birth, maturing as the tree that does not push its juices and stands staunchly in the storms of spring, unafraid that afterwards perhaps a summer would not come. Yet it comes. However, it comes only to the patient ones, who are there as if eternity lies before them, so careless, quiet and wide. One should be patient with the unresolved in the heart and attempt to love the questions themselves, like closed rooms and like books that have been written in a very special language. What matters is to live everything. When one lives the questions, one will maybe without noticing live gradually on a special day into the answer. I found this poem written by Rainer Maria Rilke a few weeks ago when I visited a friend from my childhood, which was very interesting because I found myself to be quite impatient lately with the topic of finding a home, but also with other stuff in my life that was going on. The topic of patience or dealing with being impatient was something that I was kind of dealing with in the last couple of months, and I was in shock because it was exactly what I needed to hear, and these words touched me very deeply, and I just wanted to share them with you. So hopefully it will give you some comfort if you need it, like me, dealing with impatience. Also, I wanted to mention that I'm very aware that everything I talked about in this video today comes from a very privileged position. There are so many people in this world who just simply can't choose where they want to live, or who have to leave their homes involuntarily. And Being in a position to choose makes me even more aware of the responsibility to live my life in alignment with what I really want and with where I really want to live. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I'm sending you so much love. Goodbye.